Hey, how's it going? I am Anthopants. We're going to be talking about the 7 elevator during the No Death run. And I'm going to try and explain what's actually going on and what I'm all doing. So here's the run. Let's get to it. This is Electra. This is the last person that you fight right before you get into 7 elevator. So here we go. Not a whole lot to say right at first. I'm going to, if memory serves me right, just jump to my position as quickly as possible. Yep. Boom. Backwards jump kick. These are just standard. This is like safe strat dealing with guys. I've been just kind of reading the field. Not a whole lot to say here. I want to get those Donovans killed as fast as possible. I'm probably going to... Okay. Yeah, got to get those barrels unlocked. You want that turkey open. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll let the signals throw me into the barrels if that's safe. It was safe there to just do a jump kick though, so I didn't have to worry about it. And now I'm putting myself in a very, very specific position. So let's pause right here. If you can see my mouse, I have a very specific position. I'm also backwards jumping at a very specific time too. So we'll go back and look at this again. So my positioning is very specific. You can see this little dot. My foot is right above this little dot here. And I'm not usually using the dot as a marker, but it's good for you guys to see it because it gives you an idea of where I'm actually positioning myself, where there's the highest amount of success to get what I want, and you're going to see what it is pretty soon. So I kill these guys. I jump to clear the buffer. Your moves get put into a buffer. It can cause lag and input drops. Jumping clears that buffer to reduce the input drop situation. I jump just to clear it. And then I'm going to... There's that backwards jump right when the guys come in. That's a very specific timing of when I want to backwards jump. It doesn't necessarily have to be right then. Then I'm doing things to try and get guys where I want them. You'll see me doing just neutral jump kicks and then backwards jump kicks. I'm doing all that intentionally. Let's see it again. I know this is like, you almost have to... I can go on for years about just this first section. My positioning is very particular. I'm backwards jumping to get myself all the way against that wall. But yeah, there's a backwards jump. I'm all the way against the wall. There's another backwards jump. Those backwards jumps at specific times make the guys want to loop down. Now I've got 2 guys. I don't have to worry about it. Do a little jump here. Gets that 3rd guy down. I'm switching which side I'm facing as well. So now I'm facing the wall, guy comes in, neutral jump kick, and now I'm just neutral jump kicking as he's coming down at me. You're also going to see, so this is a twofold thing. I'm waiting, I'm jumping at a very specific time when the jet's going to be swinging in, and that jump, serves 2 purposes. One is there's a chance that guy who falls, he'll fall in and just swoop right down towards his friends because of my positioning on the scene. But if he decides to be a jerk, he can just stay up top and actually move towards me. There's always that chance that he'll just move towards me and hit me. So I'm jumping for 2 purposes. One is to make sure that guy who falls does actually go down. And the second one is, when I jump at a very specific time when the jet's coming in, the jet wants to line up center with me and then dive in towards me. This isn't a 100% sure thing, but it just increases my chances. So let's see this. Let's see it again. Here's the jump. Boom. Jet's coming in. Lines up with me. There it is. And now I've got him. He wants to come down and grab me. I'm not letting him do that. Right when he comes down for the grab, I've got the neutral jump kick against him. Now I'm switching sides once again. so I can lock these guys. When you are punching, it locks your position in place. So I can be punching, do backwards hits, things like that, and then be switching which side I'm facing without moving. If I move even a pixel, some of these guys below are going to swing up and wreck me for it. There it is again. I'm jumping at very specific times. I'm jumping to clear my buffer so that I don't have input drops, or it lessens the chance of an input drop. And I'm also jumping at a specific time so the jet's looping in, and I have that higher chance of him just Superman diving towards me. I know which guys are here. I know exactly where to go for the guys that are dropping. I'm jumping, trying to get him. It doesn't work. This is an extremely fast thing here. This is a guess. That's my phone, by the way. This is a guess. This is me guessing. We'll go back. I'm just jumping and guessing what's going to happen here. So I've got my guys trapped down below. I have 4 guys trapped down below. There's only allowed to be 5 guys on screen. This is why I'm doing this. I've got them trapped down below. I'm handling guys one at a time. I'm allowed to handle the jets one at a time this way too. So I'm making sure when a guy drops, I'm killing him. Because I got the 4 guys down. That 5th guy's got to get killed to trigger the jet. So this guy gets killed. Boom. Now I'm jumping, trying to get the jet lined up. It doesn't work. He goes up top, I jump. You can see a little delay here. He's going to go up top. There's the delay. That's a very, very, very small delay. Then I'm making a guess from experience of when this guy wants to nosedive at me, depending on his positioning. This is I'm making these decisions. It's a very random game, and I'm making these decisions very, very quickly. Very quickly, I'm making these decisions. Boom, I'm gonna do a little, there's a pause, jump. I see him coming in, I do the jump, I avoid that nosedive kick. Yeah, it happens so fast. Let's see if I can actually, there's the jump. I can see him coming up. I'm like, okay, this is usually where the timing is. Probably about right here. I've got invince about right here. I don't know if I got to be at the peak. Well, I'm at the peak of the jump right here. I don't know if it's at the exact peak or a little bit before, but you have invince at the peak of your jump. You're too high up. Your hitbox is too high up for enemies to hit. This guy's coming down. Now I'm at the peak of my jump. At the peak of my jump. Now I'm coming down. Yeah. If I probably, now right here I'm probably hittable. But he's too low. His attack is too low to hit me. And now here the kick comes. So if I started this jump, maybe even a frame or two later, I would have gotten hit. Yeah. So that's very, very specific guesswork based on experience, where I just know, okay, and you can really mildly see that pause that I take. I'm jumping, I pause, boom. So here I just know, like, I'm jumping. I just know what timing works. Now I do a backwards jump just to line these guys up against the wall. Yep, all right, now we got the ninja section. If this goes right, I get 4 guys pinned. The 5th guy's a loose element. Boom. This happens very fast. I want this ninja. This doesn't always happen, but when it does happen, you gotta take advantage of it. I want this ninja, this blue ninja that jumps down. I want him to try and hit me with his shurikens. There, he goes up. I know the shurikens are gonna happen. So I got to throw this guy at a specific time to dodge the shurikens while maintaining the hit on him and all the other guys that fall. The 3 other guys other than him that are going to fall. Boom. Got them all in the corner. Now I do a punch for the stun, and then I'm going to do a grand upper at a very specific time so that I pin all these 4 guys against the wall and also avoid the fireball that's coming in at the guy from the guy behind me. This is thinking on the spot. This isn't some situation that happens every time you play the game. This doesn't happen every time you play the game. So it's not, oh, you just practice it, you get the same situation and you're ready to go. It's you practice it for experience so that when a situation like this comes up, you know what to do. Boom. Knock the guys down. Now I think I'm gonna pick the sword up here. This is my guess because I can't really remember fully what I did. I think I'm gonna pick the sword up because I want to keep this sword. And then I'm gonna move at an extremely specific position. Picks the sword up. Yep. That position there is pretty specific. So let's watch that again. Boom. Get the guys down. Hit. Dodge. Specific positioning. I'm moving towards the guy. I'm hoping the guy's gonna like that back guy. If I move towards him, a couple things are gonna happen. One is he might hold his position and go for another fireball. And if he goes for another fireball, like we saw before, I got the dodge. I got the dodge, and I got good positions on these other guys, or I can do a grand upper without getting grabbed, without missing one of the guys. So I grand upper again, boom, and I got lucky. I got lucky. But what happened is, during practice, I had my positioning, let's go back so we can see this. During practice, my positioning, okay, dodge him, move here. So let's say I'm here, I'm on the dot, right? If I'm on the dot, I'm too far back. I'm gonna hit the ninjas, then I'm probably gonna miss one of the samurai, and I'm gonna get smacked. I'm gonna get kicked, or this guy in back is gonna loop around and I'm gonna miss him because of timing, okay? Now I've also done it where I'm too far forward. Let's say I'm too far forward. If I'm too far forward, this guy up here, this top guy, this loose guy, if I'm too far forward, he's going to stay behind me now. He's not going to loop to my front. He's going to loop to my back, and now I still have that loose variable. So what I'm doing is I'm giving myself odds that if I'm in this position, depending on where he is, I'm in this position, he's most likely going to do two things. He's either going to want to fireball me, stay behind me and fireball me, or he's going to want to loop down. Maybe he'll stay up top, or maybe I'll get lucky and he'll come down. But either way, hopefully, it puts me in a good position to win. That's what I'm looking for. Good position to win. And that's what I did here. This position is specific. It's intentional. This is an intentional position based on my experience with the game. And it just so happened that this guy looped in and gave me an easy kill. Loops in, gives me an easy kill. Now I've got them. These grand uppers are specific. Those are specific grand uppers. I am grand uppering at a specific time so that when this guy drops, I can hit him with my grand upper. And you're going to see very specific grand upper timing. Grand upper is this move that Axel's doing right here, over and over again. It's very specific timing. Boom. Get these guys killed. They're dead. Now I got time to do another grand upper, right when that guy falls. Right when he falls. I don't know how far back I am. Might be better to do this. Let me see. These guys die. Watch. They're dead. This guy's fallen. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. He's going to kick me in the face. Nope. I timed my grand upper perfectly on those beginning guys. Now I'm going to hit him, and then I'm going to be doing quick grand uppers. I'm not going to be fully connecting. A full connected grand upper slows you down. Every time you hit a guy with the attack, you get slowed down a little bit because you're punching something, that resistance. And I don't want to get slowed down. So I'm going to be hitting guys with half grand uppers from here on out. Half grand upper, half grand upper. I'm just hitting him with that last hit. I messed up there. That was a complete mess up on my part, but it didn't end up hurting me. I did drop the sword, but it didn't end up hurting me. But yeah, those are it. I'm hitting guys with that end grand upper. End grand upper, end grand upper. Now, that was a miss. You don't want that to happen, but the timing is specific, so it can happen. And now I'm hitting him with a full grand upper. Boom. Just getting up. I grab sword, and now I'm going for the sword strat. Boom, boom. So this is kind of a weird strat. Scoop Arcade came up with this strat. I know I'm not giving credit to people for the strats, but yeah, it's difficult to explain. Not a whole lot's going on here other than you hit a guy, he gets hit into the wall, and then he'll want to, you can see him moving, but what he's doing is he's probably moving up. So it looks like he's moving forward or backwards. And he's probably either moving backwards, because guys can move backwards and still face you, or he's moving up and trying to move up and loop around. And because that wall is there, he's trying to move up, but can't because the wall's stopping him from doing it, or he's trying to back up off of me because that's just their defensive positioning. And we don't really fully understand why this works, but it just does. It's not easy to initially get off. We'll go back to the start of it and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. All right, I'm positioning myself in a very particular spot so that I can hit this first kickboxer who falls down. Boom, hit him. He'll get pushed far back enough that he's going to stay on the wall. If I'm too far back, I'll still be able to hit him, but he might not stay on the wall because I'm not hitting him far enough into the wall. So my positioning is specific. Then I'm also in a specific position so that I'll hit him, turn around, hit the two bikers coming in. Hit him, boom, move forward a little bit, turn around, hit the two bikers. Now those bikers are going to stay there. Then the third biker comes in after me. I hit him, he's going to stay there. Hopefully. That's him moving forward. But yeah, so I know I got these guys pinned and I'm just worried like this biker might be coming after me, but he just doesn't. And now I know. First guy gets killed, kickboxer falls. Second guy gets killed, biker comes from the left. Third guy I think is a biker, then another kickboxer. Let's see if I'm wrong about that. It's really kind of funny. So that's it. I got him pinned. Easy kill. Now a biker comes. There he goes. So now he's not going to come forward. So now I'm going to move to a spot. I'm not going to go all the way to the left. I'm just moving close enough so my sword can hit them. Then I'm backing off. I'm using my ears there. And I could hear the kill. The guy do the death cry. Once he does that, now I've got the guy. I know the last guy's coming. So this is the last kickboxer, Raptor. The last biker's name is Gale. So I'm just trying to make sure he's there. I'm going to inch up. There we go. Now we got the hit. Fog's dead. Raptor's coming in. We're going to have these grenaders. Then two bikers spawn after these grenaders. But because I got these guys pinned, I'm going to be able to hit these bikers before they're a problem. So there's Gale. Gale's going to get killed. Here's where I actually make a mistake. This was a mistake. This grenader is still alive. This grenader, I didn't want that to happen. I did not want that to happen. I was not focused on the fact that that grenader was still out there, and I should have been. I should have triggered him first. So now I got to do a backup strat because he's going to throw the grenade. Grenade's on the ground. It's going to explode. My normal spot is somewhere in the middle about here, so I can get a grand upper on all the guys that jump in. But if I'm here, this grenade blows me up. Or one of the other ones that he throws. Let's see if he throws another one. Yep. Or this one will hit me too. Or this one will probably hit me. Yep. So now I got to go backup strat. I do not like this positioning. I got to go down, bottom, corner. This spot scares the bejesus out of me. Especially when there's grenades on screen. And especially when guys are spawning in. When guys are spawning in, there's usually a hiccup. Boom. That right there is not easy to do. Guys are spawning in, the game likes to hiccup and can eat your input or can mess up your timing. Also, when the grenades explode, the game likes to hiccup and eat your input. If you do a punch at the exact moment that a grenade explodes, your input just disappears a lot of the time. So what I was afraid of is these guys swooping in and just start pummeling me, and now I gotta, I'm gonna get murdered. And you can also notice here the turkey's I still have turkey in play with almost full health. Boom. So there's the punch into the grand upper. Now I just grand upper, get rid of those guys, and all I need to do is survive. I just have to survive this section. I wait. I want to pin all these guys against the wall. Most of this is improv because I'm not used to that bottom position. And then what do? So I grab my thing. I do a jump to get through the jack knife throw. All I want is these guys. I really just want these fat guys in the corner. I can handle jack. It's not a big deal. Get them in the corner. That's fine. This is perfect. This is perfect. There. Last time. So this is just me improving, and it's slops, magops all the way on this section. This section gets crazy. The fat guys cause a ton of lag with their fire breath. Last time I had a no death up to this section. I had 2 fat guys pinned. Was well on my way to a no death, and then I lost an input and got killed because I lost an input. So now I've got like basically full health. I'm now doing the jack trick where there's only allowed to be 6 items on screen at once. I'm letting jack throw knives. I'm using my defensive special to dodge them. You get invincibility frames during the defensive special. I kill jack. And now we're on to the robots. And now the robots only have 2 attacks that can hit me. One is if you grab them, they'll electrocute you to get out of the grab. That I hopefully won't have to worry about. I have too much health really to worry about it anyway. The second one is, what is the second one? Oh, they explode. Yeah. When they get low on health, they'll explode and try and kill you with that. Or when they die, they'll explode. And that can hurt me. But my health is too high. I don't have a problem. But because there's 6 items on the ground, they have attacks. And their attacks count as items. So their attacks just don't count. Hey, thanks, LeCloud. Yeah, their attacks don't count. They don't get a hitbox on their attack. And here I'm actually, at this point, I'm even trying to figure out like if I actually did it or not, if this was a no death, because I'm so focused, I forget what I'm doing. I forget what happened. It's almost like being a computer with a random access memory, and you're like, all right, I've got my random access memory. I put it in. And now I'm handling this section, this jet section. That's what I'm focused on. The jet section. That's it. I get through the jet section, erase it. I erase everything in my brain and focus all my brain power now on the Ninja Samurai section. So I don't even remember sometimes how I did on the jet section by the time I get to the Ninja Samurai section. Because my brain just like, let's delete that and focus on what we have to focus on. And one of the problems with the no death, so it is difficult to explain, but like this section right here, I just want to get these guys killed. And then once I get them killed, I want to get the Donnies killed. That's it. Get the Donnies killed. All right, now they're dead. Now that they're dead, now my focus is unlocking these things so I can get the turkey, getting these guys where I want them so I can get myself into position. So right at this point where I have the Donnies dead and all I have is the signals, now I'm focused on the jet section and what I need to have unlocked, what my positioning needs to be for the jet section. And then once I get into the jet section, the only thing I'm focused on is the jet section. Getting these guys down below, getting myself into position, taking the jets on, and any guys that drop one at a time so it's easy kills. That's the jet section. Now I go into the ninja section. And the ninja section, I got to focus on the ninja section and the kickboxer section because I want sword. Sword makes kickboxer section 100 times easier. So now I got to be dual focused. Get the throw, grab the sword, right? There it is, boom. And now I got to maintain the guys, get them killed. Once I've got sword, it's like I erase the kickboxer section. I've got sword. Just focus on killing these guys. You got sword. Don't worry about it. All you got to do is focus on killing these guys. I can't think so far ahead as the kickboxer section. At this point, it's like just erase that, focus on it. But here, when I don't have sword, I'm focused on two things. Focus on dealing with these guys and whether or not I should pick up the sword. And I'm like, yes, that's it. I made that decision right then. So it's like, should I pick up sword? Should I pick up sword? Yes, that's it. You gotta, and that's how quick you gotta make the decision. And if the sword is even in a little bit, let's say the sword's in a different positioning, instead of being like right here, it's right here. You know? Then it's like, no, I don't pick it up. Because then I'd have to move in, grab the sword, and then move out. Get out of these guys' hitbox. Because I gotta worry about this guy here too. So the sword was just in the right positioning, made the decision, grabbed it. And then you get to the kickboxer section. The only thing you're worried about in the kickboxer section is just getting that initial hit off. Get the first hit off on the guy. Position yourself. First hit. Boom. Move. Hit. Get this guy. Hit. That's it. Switching sides. Making sure you're getting the hits off. Worrying about which section happens first. I'm not thinking about anything. I didn't even remember what happened before this. Because my brain just erased it. And funneled all of its resources into handling this section. That's it. That's it. Handle this section. And then we get into the jack section, and it's, you know, it's like my worst nightmare. Where are we at in this? You know, and now I'm like, instantly. So once this guy disappears, once he disappears, he's still on screen. Not his grenades don't count. Once he disappears, next section begins. And if the grenades are still on screen, I can't move to my normal positioning, which is right around here. I can't do it. Because the grenade explosions are going to be hitting me. I'm going to get blasted by these, and that's going to mess me up. So, like, right here, this is me freaking out. Like, what do I do? What do I do? And then, like, there's a point where I just make the decision. So right here, decision gets made. I'm like, oops, I got the grenader still in there. And I'm thinking, decision gets made, instantly move to the backup positioning that I do not like. Boom, get the hit, get the grand upper. Rest is history. The rest is history. And that's what happened. And this is, yeah, this is Streets of Rage 2 in a nutshell. It's what I'm good at. I'm not very good at memorizing the enemy positions. By this time, obviously, I have every enemy that falls and drops and everything else. I have all the positionings memorized. That's not necessarily my strong point, though. I don't have a talent for that. What I'm good at is making decisions very, very quickly. And it's difficult to explain it. And hopefully this kind of explained my decision-making process and why things turned out as good for me as they did on the 7 elevator, the hardest section in the game, the impossible thing, the reason why I got the no death. This is why my decision making was just really, really good. It was very good decision making. A little bit off, a frame off here, a half second late on a decision there, and this would not have happened. And that's what most people are going to see. Most people, given this exact same scenario, this exact same RNG, they're not going to have it. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. It's not going to happen for them. They're going to get kicked from that exact first jet that came down at me, or the samurai is going to move in a way that they don't want the samurai to move. They're not going to get the same positioning. They're not going to have maybe the sword pickup. They're not going to have the quick grand uppers. Yeah, it's just, there's a certain degree of making it look easy, but it's not easy. It takes a ton of experience to pull off something and make it look easy. Well, hopefully that explains it. I hope you guys like this. People have been asking for it. I am Anthopants. This was the only no death level 7 during a run. I got a no death in the entire game, and it was the first and only no death for Streets of Rage 2. That's how I did it. Level 8 is kind of a big deal. I don't know if I care to go into level 8. If people want the level 8, I'll do a level 8 explanation as well. That has pretty much just as much, not so much on the elevator, but the Mr. X fight for level 8 requires about as much explanation as I took on this thing. So there it is. Later on,